A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, there was a boy named Sammy who loved skateboarding. He would spend all day skating around with his friends, doing tricks and having fun. But Sammy had a problem. His skateboard was powered by fossil fuels, and he didn't like the fumes it was putting out. Plus, it was getting harder and harder to find fuel for it. So he decided to build a new skateboard that ran on something more sustainable, like sunshine. He went to the junkyard and found an old satellite dish that looked like a giant frisbee. It was the perfect size for a skateboard, but it was pretty heavy. So Sammy cut it up into pieces and then used some leftover solar panels from another project to make a power source. He attached the solar panels to the bottom of the frisbee with some duct tape and then wired them up to a small electric motor that he got from an old toy car. He also added a battery to store some power for when it got dark outside. Finally, he put some wheels on it, and now he had a solar-powered skateboard. It took a little while to get the hang of, but soon he was skating around on pure sunshine. He could even do tricks like kick flips, and he was amazed at how much power the sun could generate. All the other kids were jealous because they couldn't believe that someone actually made a skateboard that ran on sunshine. They thought it was just a bunch of hot air. But Sammy knew that it was real because every time he went to do a trick, he could feel the power of the sun pushing him forward. One day, Sammy and his friends were skating around the park when suddenly it started raining. Sammy tried to keep skating, but the rain was so heavy that it washed away the layer of sunshine on his board, causing the motor to slow down. Then he remembered that he had put a battery on it so that it could still work when it got dark outside. So he figured that it should still work even if it was cloudy outside. He tried it, and sure enough, the battery kicked in and allowed him to keep skating. But after a few minutes, Sammy noticed that the battery was starting to run out of power. He tried to conserve energy by skating more slowly, but it wasn't working. Just then, he saw a cafe nearby and dashed over, hoping to get some juice from the wall socket. As he plugged in his board, an old man sitting at a nearby table looked up and asked what kind of crazy gadget that was. Sammy told him about his solar-powered skateboard, and the man smiled and said that he used to build solar-powered cars back in the 1970s. He told Sammy that the problem with solar power is that it's not always available when you need it. Sometimes the weather is cloudy, or it's nighttime, or there's too much shade. But with a little planning ahead, you can still use it as a reliable power source. The man then gave Sammy an idea to make his skateboard even better. He suggested that Sammy install some solar panels on the ground next to where he liked to skate so that he could leave his board in the sun while he wasn't using it and charge it up for when he needed it. Sammy thought this was a great idea, so he got to work right away. He made a simple frame out of wood and metal, then attached the solar panels to it. This way he could just leave his board on the frame and let the sun do all the work. And just like the man said, it worked perfectly. Sammy never had to worry about running out of power again because he could always just leave his board in the sun for a while and recharge it. And that's why, my young Padawans, it's important to be patient when building something great. It may take some time and effort, but the results will be worth it in the end. Now go out there and build something awesome. The world is your oyster. Just do and be like Sammy and waste your time and energy trying to build something that's already been done before. Be original. Come up with something truly innovative and useful. Who knows? You might just change the world.